Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yep, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. Hey, man, we're back on the channel. We got a new old Meezy video for us today. Did you already read the title?
I seen a little bit. I didn't see the last half.
We have India Love is realizing she can't outrun her past.
Oh, outrun.
I guess in her circumstances, yes, because it has all been documented since she was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Even when her family tried to kind of monetize off the name, image, and likeness that she brought, I guess, to the last name, mm-hmm. with them being Westbrooks. Mm-hmm. I feel like because the TV series, I felt like was trying. I don't know what goal they was trying to do, but it kind of gave me mimicking Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Mm. And I'm like, with her being so young at the time, I was like, do you really want to go with that? Like, you know what I'm saying? And the exploitation of everything.
Yeah.
And then I remember a moment on the show where she was talking about having, because I actually watched the show when I was younger. And she was talking about having a breast reduction, and her team was like, "Do you really want to do that?" I don't know. I forgot who it was. It was somebody that, like her management or something. That was like, "That's one of your selling cars." Mm. And I was like, "Oh, so we are basically pimping her out." And with her being so young, I'm like, "Why were you so focused on that?"
Yeah.
You know, but it's been a plethora of things she's been attached to. But hey, make sure y'all check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go. If you want to first support, you got to do it. Check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video,
like it with a thumbs up.
Hey, let's get it. Let's check this out. Let's see what's about. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
As you get older, I'm told you get wiser. And for some content creators, that comes later rather than sooner. India Love took to the internet and delivered a special message that got me kind of intrigued about her past and how this involves other content creators and specifically people that just deal with the internet in general.
I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot in my teenage phase. I went through a lot in my 20s. I made a lot of mistakes, and there was a lot of people who drugged me through the dirt for it. And I believed it for a long time. I wasn't nice to myself because of what others said about me until I knew who I really was and whose I really was, which is yours, Lord. Now nobody can shake how I feel about myself. Nobody can change how I feel about myself.
Most people don't know this, but India Love has been in the public eye for 15 years. The video vixen era, the celebrity relationships. Now she has influencer visibility, but now she's streaming. And it's not just about seeing an Instagram photo and then disappearing. It's about having your life evaluated 24/7, 365. So she decided to give her life to Jesus, but instead of people giving her some sort of sympathy, they decided to question the validity of all of it. If you're new to this channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way for us here in this community. Help me.
Let me ask you this. Do you think people question is valid?
Yeah. But who am I? Yeah. Who am I to judge or question whatever the case may be? But yeah, I do feel like a lot of people use certain things. Mm-hmm. Or I'm just to answer your question, just short. Yes.
Only reason why I'm saying that is because, you know what I'm saying, like, I think kind of similar to like 2020, 2018, 2020 during lockdown time. A lot of people flew to OF. Mm-hmm. Now, I think since they feel they have outgrown that, or they're tired of having to be thirsty out there, a lot of those same people or just regular, like, not regular people, but like people of certain status feel now I'm finna flock to Twitch. And it's just it's a money gimmick, right? But it's they have nothing to really offer as far as content, right? Like nobody's doing like genuine reaction. I'm saying of that nature. None of them are doing like genuine reactions as far as content. No one's doing like a lot of different things content creators might do, or gaming or anything like that on Twitch page. But they just in it for the dollar. And so I feel like with her, she's okay. I did the whole exploitation thing. It only gives me somewhere. Okay, I regret it. Let me be sympathetic with it, but let me try to attach myself to try to clean my image up, to try, you know what I'm saying, to boost something. And it's like you lean to religion, and I feel like some people, whether no matter what religion is, lean to a try thinking that's a way that you can kind of push something else. And I'm like, don't fake it. If you're gonna really be about it, log off.
Yeah.
Spend quality time with it.
True.
Away from the people.
Help you help me get more sweaters for the video. Now, back into the content. This video may be a little bit deep, and as unserious as I can be, I decided to bring in my serious expert on any and all matters internet related. You know her, you love her. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you again, Danielle. All right, so India Love is going on her transformative journey.
Okay.
Her new righteous path.
All right.
And we got to break down the math and the science on it.
Now, you know I stay with my sisters, so.
I've been through a lot. I went through a lot in my teenage phase. I went through a lot in my 20s. I made a lot of mistakes, and there was a lot of people who drugged me through the dirt for it. And I believed it for a long time. I wasn't nice to myself because of what others said about me until I knew who I really was and whose I really was, which is yours, Lord. Now nobody can shake how I feel about myself. Nobody can change how I feel about myself.
All right, so apparently there's two sides to how people are perceiving this whole issue. There have been some comments about, this is the aftermath of those hoe phases that women be going through in their early years, and this is the same playbook. Simply,
Men and women go through whole phases. Just be.
And I do wonder, just real quick, if she is like super lost, like with being thrown into this industry and this spotlight so young, and feeling like she has to do whatever she needs to do to continue to either make money or stay in this spotlight, or have her name out there. So she's attached herself to so many things that
she don't even know who she is.
I feel like she probably don't know who she is. Like, a lot of people lose themselves, and
especially for the dollar.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
so,
I think I
don't know how old she is.
I think she's in her 30s now.
She in her 30s now?
Yeah, I think she just turned 30.
Yeah, but my thing is, if you are trying to have a close relationship with God, and you are really trying to step into a different light and a different world, and really like give yourself to Christ, if that's truly what you're wanting to do, and I do feel like you need to log off. People need to learn how to log off. And that time that you're giving people, which can come, for some people can come off as a show, like you just,
performative. If it's genuine, you won't have to.
You need to give that time and that energy to him and him alone, and like just build that connection with him and find out who you are, and you may find out that this is not even where you supposed to be or what you're supposed to be doing, or you can do something totally different. My thing with her is I've heard her, like, not just this clip, but I feel like another one before, she said things and then a turnaround and be doing the same thing. Granted, no one's perfect. We all trying to figure it out. But at the same time, I feel like when you are in this light and you are speaking of, I feel like you really do have to be careful in the things that you put out and the things that you do. But that's neither. Okay, let's go. So, I don't know. Sometimes for some people, it's just.
But do you think it's coming off of more performative than anything else? And it's not like, genuine? Like genuine, and like a lot of people say, what comes from the heart reaches the heart.
What comes from the, and I was saying it the entire time in my head. What comes from the heart reaches the heart.
And I think that's the reason why it reaches no one, because people don't fully 100% believe it's coming from the heart, and it was what you want to do. It's more performative, and you're thinking it's gonna benefit you in some short shape, form, or fashion.
Yeah.
Playbook.
Yeah. You remember Brittany Renner?
Yeah.
Brittany Renner went through something similar to this. First, she found Jesus, then she found Allah. She went Muslim for a second with Kevin Gates, and then
Work either, so I get it.
now she took the hijab off and got a job. But everybody's been going through this same phase that's come out of like the video vixen era.
I just think the internet in general, and by the internet in general, maybe I'm actually generalizing to just society, too harsh on women, too harsh on girls, too harsh all the way around. So one, I don't know too much about Brittany Renner in real life. Don't know too much about her. I see she's
she trapped PJ Washington.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh well.
Okay, Drea.
Oh. Now she trapped Jalen Green for sure.
But this whole, this the game plan, this is her life. Like what she said is true. She has been drugged through the mud so many times for so many reasons since she was a teenager. I don't think this is a game. I think it's real life.
Now there's another side of the conversation, and I think that we may agree on this side a little bit more, of people that see India Love, hear India Love, feel India Love, and reference some of like her past transgressions and are saying to themselves like, you know, what she's going through is real. Kind of like what you're saying.
So India Love is, she made a video basically being like, I was groomed, right? And you gotta understand, India Love, me and her the same age, I believe. I think she was my age.
36?
So when she started actually fucking with celebrities, like it was like a thing. She had a boyfriend who got in a car accident and they was together they were locked in. And then when he went to college, they broke up. They broke up while he was in college. I can't remember all the details, but she was one of the girls who had like a steady boyfriend all of high school. And then when they broke up, that's when she started, dating. A lady, quote, her tweet of India kind of crying about being groomed and said, well, this is the hoe phases that y'all advocate for. And I don't like when y'all do that, because I feel like when people talk about hoe phases, it's clearly talking about sexual exploration so that you can figure out what you like as an individual. If you like me and you start kissing my neck, I'm gonna really get it going. But if you also my skin tone, you will know that you can't let motherfuckers play on your neck too long, you're gonna look crazy, right? These are things we learned because we got in the field. And we got in the field with people our age who are also exploring themselves, not with grown-ass men who was fingering us in the park when we was freshly 18.
Okay.
You see what there's a difference between two 18-year-olds canoodling and an 18 and a 34-year-old. And y'all know that. And so that's why it's like, y'all be knowing what y'all doing, and y'all know what people mean when they say the things they say, and y'all willingly be obtuse just to prove your point that never is gonna hit.
And really, the people that try to defend,
and that's the only thing I'm like with her, like that. I remember when that happened, I was like, who is this chick? Because that was the first time I ever came across it. A lot of people then said, oh, she was already popping from social media as far as like Tumblr and stuff like that on early days of social media before Instagram really was popping and all that. But I'm like, yo, she look young as hell. And I'm like, how paparazzi know that y'all? And then that's when I found out sometimes people come, hey, I'm gonna be out here, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, who will have access to paparazzi between them two? 9 times out of 10, dude. Yeah. But also, he was doing his TV shows at the time and all that stuff. So him being pictured with a new female, because he did do that TV show one time with his baby mama.
Oh, okay.
You don't remember that? She was a school teacher.
I don't remember.
And he was supposed to be engaged with and then they broke up, and then he had all these love for the love of the game. I swear.
Oh, yeah.
Not for the love of the game, but he had another TV show prior to that with him and his baby mama. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I'm thinking about somebody else.
Yeah, I remember. She was a school teacher.
I remember the TV show. Yeah.
Yeah, she was a school teacher, and I was like, bro, how you not her though.
No. I remember. In my head, I had somebody else in my head, like the dude was. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about because I watched this. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And I was just like, that was crazy back then, though. But I don't know, like, and that's the reason why I say a lot of times I don't think kids, a lot of young people should really worry about 17, 18, 19. I gotta get to the bag. The bag will come in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna waste so many years of your life trying to chase the bag that you're gonna regret not experiencing certain things.
Yeah.
Because y'all look at it as, oh, if I get to the bag now, I'll be able to experience those things later on in life. Well, you're going to be too old to experience certain things. Because certain things we experience, you had to experience it at that age, at that time. And that's that time of freedom, no true responsibilities. Everybody around you is broke. We all having broke fun. You know what I'm saying? Broke fun to me is way better than money fun. Reason why, those are experiences you can look back on and be like, dude, I remember, bro, we had to put all our money together to do this, do this. And that's some of the best time you're going to ever have in your life. You know?
Yeah.
Like, and those are a lot of times college years. Those college years that 18 to 20, about 24, 25, when you kind of start, okay, let me start maturing a little bit more. Let me take more responsibility. But we're in the age of so many graduating high school and feeling like, oh, I got to get to the bag. And then we got so many dumbass older people telling y'all, hey, you can always go get an education later. Or education ain't that important. You need to go get the money now. Most of them tried to go get the education too. Most of them didn't do, like, they went through life experiences. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I do see a young person on the internet now, and I'm like, and going back to what you said earlier, reason why I brought it up, they be lost.
Yeah.
There's so many of them say now, I'm lost. Because you didn't have that time where you was broke, didn't have nothing, and had the opportunity to go really find yourself.
I feel like trying to like chase this fame or popularity or money or whatever it is. I do feel like a lot of people do get caught up in just that alone, where they are willing to do any and everything to get to whatever it is that they do.
They don't, honestly, it ain't even the point of losing yourself. They don't know
who they are. They haven't discovered who they are.
The only thing they discover is content.
Yeah.
And they
haven't truly discovered who they are. And I guess that's a better way to put it. Yeah.
And they only continue to do content for the people and not for themselves. Because, like, we got a comment the other day on a video and somebody was like, hey, y'all should focus on doing this, and not just things that you like. Well, hey, this is Kid and She Reacts. We have to react to things that we're going to enjoy, not just for the people, but something we can enjoy. Because if we're not enjoying it, we're selling. That's a sellout.
And I will say we have done things that we're not familiar with. But we either grow to like different. It, or if we don't return to it. But I'm not going to sit up here and, put on. But anyway, that's neither.
I'm just saying fake it. Because the only reason why I'm saying that is because you're losing yourself for the people. And I think a lot of people, like you piggyback off you said earlier, is losing themselves for the people or for monetary gain. And then later on in life, they regretting so much because they don't even know who they are anymore.
Yeah.
And so they
so many of them turn to other things, whether it's, sexual or whether it's substance or
or religion.
Sorry.
No, you good. Or religion.
No, I'm talking about things that can be harmful.
But what I'm saying is
we can go down that route, but I'm saying like the things that are more like harmful to you. You turn to those things trying to like fill this void of something. But yes, we can go there as well. But yeah.
They're like, oh, she was 18, she was an adult. I know what you are, and my eyes are on you. Yeah. So go ahead.
Part of the reason why I brought you on here is because when we live together and we have matching sweaters. But the other part of it is the fact that like there is a difference in how young women and young men are socialized in this context and conversation. An 18-year-old boy going through the same things that India Love went through when she was a youngin' wouldn't have gotten the same labels as she got. Just full stop, wholeheartedly. And as much as people want to kiki and haha and point the fingers and all this other stuff about her, that's just the reality of the facts. She was early to the social media game as a young, fair-skinned woman, and that naturally attracted a lot of male attention from rappers who couldn't date or wouldn't date women their own age. I think what people on the internet, though, fail to realize is that at some point, though, people are going to grow up and realize that the things that happened to them in the past weren't okay. But what I see a lot of people on the internet do is they kind of like, I don't know, continuously and unfairly blame children for making children decisions. And I do find it interesting when people use the word children to give an excuse for an action. And then when they don't extend that to something that's most likely similar, or maybe it's the action in and of itself is different, but this person is still a child and the decision is ultimately childlike. So I do find it weird how they're willing to make like an 18-year-old India Love. I've even seen seen people say, oh, she was 21 when that happened. Why are you so quick to make her an adult as opposed to, I don't know, making X streamer over here who's 16 a kid and their decision making? And then also simultaneously not holding the adult men who continue these things accountable for their actions. I do think that that's weird.
Retweet. And maybe another thing that just came to mind when you said that, it's like, oh, well, she was 21. That is over 18. Do people know that just because something is legal doesn't mean it's right?
Mind you, she wasn't over 21. They made her 21 in the message. Like in the retelling of the story, they make her older than what she is. Simply due to the fact that they want to like excuse the behavior. And every time, what's that thing? It's like when you go on a fishing trip and every time you retell the story, the fish gets bigger. Every time they retell the story, her wholeness gets bigger.
People also hate women. That's true.
Not me. And there's some other people extending some support for India Love as well, though.
So a video of India Love crying just came across my For You page, and y'all know I've spoken on her before. When another clip of her talking about, you know, a bitch turned 18 every day popped up on my FYP. But in this video, she showed a side of vulnerability of herself that I genuinely related to and appreciate. What India was expressing was basically like, you know, she went through some trauma, which, you know, a lot of beautiful women do, because rather y'all like to admit it or not, there is a downside to pretty privilege. There just is. Like, there's a downside to everything. That is the law of the fucking universe. Polarity, duality. But what really made me sad is that a lot of beautiful women get caught up in just their looks. I speak on this a lot.
That's interesting.
Okay? Where you feel like just because you are a beautiful woman, that is the only thing you have to offer to the world. And that's what she was basically saying. She was like, for a long time, you know, I would have things I wanted to say, but I didn't have the confidence to say them because she didn't know what she was good at. And to me, that is motherfucking crazy. India could easily start a clothing line. I think that out of all the girls, that is the girl I would
India could easily start a restaurant.
She's actually passionate about fashion. You can tell.
India could easily start a research lab.
Sometimes the support isn't the way that we would word it.
Also, was this support?
Hey.
Don't make me mad.
Shade disguise?
It's getting a little weird. And maybe the intent was good. That was not it, though. Because what? First and foremost, there are downsides to pretty privilege. You know, beautiful women get traumatized. And y'all think conventionally unattractive women don't get traumatized?
No, but it's different.
Said that, I was
you get targeted because you're pretty. No, you are not being targeted because you're pretty. You're not being targeted because you're petite and a size 0. You're not being targeted because, oh my gosh, where is her waist? Or I can't see what leave out. Oh my gosh, what wig? Where is it? You're being targeted not because of anything you did, actually. It's on that person who's doing the targeting. Let's turn it on.
I think it is stupid that at least the way that it seemed that she was trying to infer is that the baddies get targeted exclusively, or
so non-baddies should be targeted.
Non-baddies are good. But what I will say is, I think the concept of her saying that like she's reduced to her looks is an interesting thought process, simply because India Love said the same sentiments in that conversation, that she felt like she was reduced to her looks, and she probably needs to do some more therapy. Others around you may have reduced you to your looks, but it's something that naturally you would lean into as a child. I don't know.
I mean, if you're being given all of this attention for your looks and for nothing else, I don't know. That makes sense. I am valued for when I'm the video vixen. I do get the attention and the fame and the clicks and the likes when a picture of me half naked is up. But then when I do talk about, oh, this kind of seam is the best when you're designing this dress, it's crickets.
Yeah, because every time she does.
But to me, it's just crazy because I'm like, yeah, like, but you also exploring it and taking advantage of it as well yourself. You get what I'm saying?
I will say I feel like it's different now doing it opposed to.
But she done ran with the whole thing ever since. She done did every level of taking advantage of.
No, I definitely.
Even me going back to the beginning where I said like, hey, she wanted to reduce her because she was like, I just don't want to be looked at as for my chest. And the people around her was like, hey, but that's how you make your money. And she like, yeah, you right. If you don't want to just be known for your boobs.
I don't know how old she was then, but that's what I was trying to say. I feel like it's a little bit different when you're young and people are putting this in your head or making you feel like this is the only thing that you have to offer. Because that is like, you know, if you like 16, 17, whatever the case, even, whatever. And people are inputting this in your head, and you're like, oh, dang, well, yeah, this is like my money maker, or, oh, yeah, people only want me for my face and not my brain, or whatever the case may be, or what, other assets that I have to offer, not physical, you know what I'm saying? Then...
But I feel like you should lead with that, though. Like, so, because, like, I know a lot of chicks I went to school with, like, especially in college. A lot of them look just like India, right? But they don't just lead with that. They have other things to offer, and they have made careers out of not having to utilize. Now, that might be a bonus, especially one chick, I'm talking about one chick, got a nice but it's all off of the work she put in. Yeah, the looks, I think, helped boost her as far as her career field, but she also leads with what she does as a career and a profession, and has been able to have her as that same money maker.
Yeah.
Like, she's making bread not necessarily off of her looks, and she just used it, like, I think in her head she know that the looks come with it.
Yeah.
But my brain is what's gonna make me my coins.
Yeah.
Same thing India could have been did. She could have been used.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm saying, like, getting older, you should have been like turned away from that. I get, like, being young and people are telling you, the grown adults that are around you, making you feel like this is all that you need to be doing, or you have to offer. That's what I'm trying to say. I think that it's different. You're in your 30s now. I don't know how old she is, but however old India is she in her late 20s?
She just turned 30.
Oh, okay, 30. Oh, okay, I didn't see it. But anyway, she 30 now, or whatever case. I feel like you should have been turned away from just using your looks or your body as, to get ahead.
Do you think maybe because she was like, all right, okay, I'm finally getting older? Because what she started hopping on like about a year ago, started trying to, and she probably had like a epiphany that I'm getting older. I'm about to turn 30 in another year. I need to be able to say, hey, I'm getting money other ways besides. Because I think previously before is her money technically came in from sponsorships, boyfriends, and OF. That's how she was making her money. Because she even said, I just asked dudes for the money, and you want to send me the money, you send me the money. If you don't, I go ask another dude for it. To me, you still benefiting off of,
Yeah.
But you never use your...
This kind of seam is the best when you're designing this dress. It's crickets.
Yeah, because every time she does open her mouth, people don't take it seriously. Now, for what it's worth, we're still talking about India Love. But just the conversation.
Where did that line come from, though? India Love could start a fashion line.
She could start a podcast.
Is there some secret skill I've missed?
Yes.
Okay.
I do want to ask you, where does the line between understanding and excusing come from in the conversation that these two sides are having for India Love?
I would personally say that there is no excusing. Because one, who am I? Truly. Well, I know who I am and whose I am. But what are people talking about where I can't excuse her actions? She was a child. She was groomed. The only person who's to blame in any of this is the adult. So these grown men that be hanging around these children. Churn. That's 18, 21, all of that. They're the ones to blame.
But I think the reason why people can't even get past this, though, is because, like you said, they were adults. And now she is an adult and she's wilding out being the mean girl 30-year-old on like DDG's Love Show.
I'm not here to say any young lady was wrong in what they said, okay? I'm just saying I came to play a role. My role was to intimidate, was to poke the bear, was to, sprinkle my little messiness, in which I did in my own form and fashion, which was inspired by Miss New York. So if you feel like it was very nasty or whatever, it was nice nasty. I'm admitting it was nice nasty. That was what I was supposed to do. Breakout Streamer of the Year went to Adapt, and congratulations, and we respect you for what you did. But Rakai should have won Breakout Streamer of the Year and DDG. I don't care what y'all say. Shout out Rakai, shout out. Blah, 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 blah.
So people see a 30-year-old India Love still playing the mean girl, still being a pick-me in the eyes of a lot of people, specifically in this new era of streaming, how she's hung around these younger guys and done whatever. And then they've also seen this pattern of these celebrity women who have, and I should probably say celebrity, but I should say video vixen, Instagram model women who have gone through this change and then haven't really changed. It was just another grift. And so they have a hard time believing that like an India Love can be the next person who actually does change. And that's why they're giving her as much grief as possible when it comes to her realizing that she went through, as the internet said, a quote unquote hoe phase. What is a hoe phase?
Well, I'm trying to figure that out. What is a hoe phase?
I think a hoe phase is when you have a lot of sex.
With different people? With the same person?
Can you be a hoe to your partner? Never mind. At what point does
I don't think hoe phase just summed up as having a lot of sex. It's hoe phase can be, I'm talking to multiple people, I'm enjoying life right now, I'm not committing, settling down. Yeah. I'm just living a life of freedom of expression, of however that might be. Where I'm going to a party, I'm dancing. You know what I'm saying? Like whole phase, I don't think just have to sum up to being freely having sex with multiple different people. Oh, do you? That's what you consider whole phase?
I guess I don't know what whole phase is then.
But I guess different people have different views of it. Because we always say everybody have a whole phase. Mm-hmm. But everybody technically doesn't have a whole phase where they just either sticking their in multiple things or getting your ram. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I guess I don't know what it is.
You think you had a whole phase?
If it's by definition of what you said, then I guess so.
I'm just saying.
But not sleeping with multiple people. Yeah. But you said talking to different people. I used to talk to.
I'm saying like having.
I used to talk to a lot of guys, not like that, but just like, because I didn't really take anyone serious. I've never really took anyone serious. So I used to just talk to people. When I get tired of you, I talk to somebody else. But it was never like nothing like serious or sexual or anything of that nature. So. I mean, by your definition, then I guess so. By my definition, no, I didn't.
But I don't know. Let me see if Google has a true definition of whole phase. Define whole phase.
And let me read. I didn't talk to a lot of guys, but I used to talk to like
person like often following a breakup or during young adult, characterized by being single and actively engaging in casual, non-committal, or promiscuous sexual relations. So I guess you have to have a sexual.
Yeah, I've always looked at whole phase as far as like sleeping with multiple people.
So everybody don't have a whole phase.
So if that's the case, no, I don't feel like I've ever had a whole phase. Like with the true definition, like, oh, I'm hopping from Tom, Dick, and Harry. No.
Because then they got whole hopping. But I think we just visually put, like, just because we see it. And the reason why I say it is because, like, a lot of time we call people or, like, they're going through the hell phase because you're seeing them with multiple different people. Yeah. That doesn't mean you're actively to multiple different people.
Right.
You're just being seen or interacting with multiple different people, and they be like, oh, they just going through their little whole phase.
And seen.
And that's the reason why
you look at it as something else.
Not actually having physical, because everybody be like, oh, man, you a little hoe. She a little hoe because she talking to Tom, Dick, and Harry at the same damn time.
See, I don't look at that as being a hoe.
But I'm saying that's how society would label a girl.
Yeah.
And you like, how you know she a hoe? She ain't had sex with none of these dudes. Oh, but that's just what it's perceived to be. So we call that
perceive. Like that's the thing.
Perception of things.
The perception of things is never sometimes what it seems, right? That's why But I guess not. No. To answer your question, no.
So if we're going by the Google definition, no, everybody doesn't have a whole phase. If we go off of how I put it and how a lot of people I've interacted with.
You said being seen with different people. I've never been seen with different people.
I'm saying like I'm just getting a.
Yeah, I got you. I just want to make it clear.
Or say for instance, like you were roommates with your roommates with like your cousin back in college.
Yeah.
And they be like, "Girl, you got another on the phone with you? Oh, girl, you going through your little whole phase, ain't you?"
See, that's the thing. We all was kind of like on the same time as far as like.
But I'm just saying, like.
No. I get what you're saying, but I'm saying like talking, but I never looked at it like that. I used to just have guy friends that I talked to.
But I'm saying you're talking to multiple different people, and you get off one phone call, you might call up somebody else.
I call you back.
Or somebody beeping in. And they be like, "Girl, go ahead, go through that little whole phase." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we never talk like that. But no, I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. But it was never like, girl, she going through her little whole face. Like, it was never that. Because we knew we wasn't having sex with people. So that's why I always looked at it as you had to be. But maybe I don't know what a whole face is. Then.
But Google said it's about sexual. So, okay.
Somebody's history outweigh their present actions. Like, why do we feel the need?
Damn, if we're going off that, if you really categorize your life as that's a little scary.
Hold everyone's past against them forever.
Now again, I'm too woke because not everybody's past is held against them. But I do think there's a level of like holding grace for somebody. Like you can recognize someone has been traumatized and how that can then play a role into their actions today, what they decide to do, what they say, how they say it. So I think that's one, like being able to recognize that trauma. And I know there's been a lot of talk about trauma-informed care and therapy and all of these blah, 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 blah. But then what does it look like to go to something that's more peace-centered? So instead of saying like, you were traumatized and this is why you act the way you do and you'll always act like this and trauma is the focus, how do we say, you were traumatized? We're seeing how it's playing out here, but that doesn't have to be all of you. So I think that's where people need to make it to, especially for women and for women of color.
I mean, the internet is forever. So especially in like a casual sense, people are always going to remember you. It might not be all people, right? But it'll be some people who were there during that time. Everybody who knows India Love today wasn't there for the eras that we're talking about. Like the young lady described when she first came on the scene and she remembered that she had a boyfriend. Everybody wasn't there for that era. Old. Like I said, everybody wasn't there, but somebody will always be there to remind you, and those that were there for every step of the way, it's going to be hard for them to forget and forgive. Do I think that that's right though? Because we don't know these people? Not really. I think the fact that we get like glimpses of these people and we do pass such harsh judgments on them is a little bit strange. You can be in conversation and be like, whoa, she got another boyfriend. Okay. But as soon as somebody's like, she's a fucking slut ass bitch, me. All right, kind of.
No, because then if I point out that a few of us probably have a few India loves in our lives, our personal ones. Wait a minute, and maybe are an India love.
Now, I will say one judgment that I do have is that she said it on stream. Streaming to me isn't the platform for that type of, let's say, revelation. A couple reasons. One, clip culture is out of control. The way that these people take these clips and put different, captions and stuff on them. I know it's good to be vulnerable with your audience, but they see it as content. They see it as engagement. They don't see it as anything true and serious, so they're gonna take that and put it elsewhere. And then two, the audience now thinks that like everything is a script and everything is fake, everything is not true, everything is just like some sort of money grab. So she could be going through some real shit, just as we've seen over these past couple of months with like Kai saying that he's gone through mental health issues. Some other streamers have been saying that they've been like physically sick, their uncles have died, all that other stuff like that, but they can't share with this audience because they think it's some sort of performance. They think it's performative.
Now, I don't know too much about streaming. Is some of that not on the streamer? Like, do you not cultivate a certain kind of audience? And if now the audience that you've cultivated has grown accustomed to, I'm gonna get a performance and a fun script and hee ha ha, then all of a sudden you switch it up, I would be confused as well as an audience member.
I think that that's a fair assessment, but that's why I would also continue to argue that like streaming wasn't the platform for her to do this on. Like her being public, doing this, and this is where for me, I'm not gonna like hold you so accountable for this because you're just living life in real time. You doing your actions. I can't say that I agree with them, but at the same time, you are still that person who just played a mean girl or is playing a pick me on stream. So then when you do this flip in real time, people are going to question it. It is what it is, especially if you monetize it. I think people make that distinction of like, hey, if this is a monetized thing, it becomes something that is less authentic. I don't know.
I mean, it's a crazy economy. Get your bills paid.
I get that. But I think another reason why people are killing her is because of Brittany Renner. Yeah, Brittany Renner, similar situation as India Love, came up on IG when IG was just a photo taking app. They were doing the little booty poke. Hold on, let me do it. Let me do my stance. Is that it?
Now you got a booty on you, but your pants need to be a little tighter though.
Oh, my bad. You gotta fold them.
Don't clench.
Oh, don't clench.
Yeah, there you go.
Both of them came up during the booty on sync side pose era.
A classic.
Skimpy clothing, all that stuff like that. And then after her like infamous book where she like exposed Colin Kaepernick, which also was crazy, and then all the other football players, she went down this spiritual journey.
First of all, hi. So I'm currently cleaning house, out with the old and with the new, manifesting a new wardrobe, inshallah. I have no...
Boy, when she did this, I was like, damn. I said, it gotta be it gotta be a dude in her life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who the dude is? Then come on later, nigga, it's Kevin Gates. I was like, because she popped out doing this before she popped out with Kevin.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, bro, it got to be a dude involved. Then she turned around, it's Kevin Gates. I said, Charlie, you really did all this for Kevin Gates?
For Kevin Gates.
And then what he do?
And then I'm trying to see, like, who's this, like, you know, it's not my business. Like, who this new guy is.
Oh, ain't not,
that ain't none of my business. But I just think that, like, her, I don't know. I just, with a lot of people, it does kind of come off a little...
Performances, for lack of words.
For lack of words.
No idea how this is gonna look. I have contractual obligations, clothes to wear, posts to do, bills that have to be paid, and you know, showing up the best I can, right? Because I know that it's not going to be perfect. I know that people may have a gripe. I mean, my arms are out, right? First of all, it's hot, and then I sweat like a puddle under my armpits. Not an excuse, but looking into Botox under my arms and finding clothes that are more aligned with where I'm headed, even if it's not to the book perfect. That's what this is all about for me, as I'm just gonna show up and give my best, and every day my best gets better.
First of all, happy Ramadan. But you know, she left being a Muslim because she's no longer with Kevin Gates, and now she's back on the Christian path.
Is Kevin Gates Muslim? Do we know that?
Clicks and views. Clicks and views.
Okay. God, please guide our voices. Let nothing that we've been through be in vain, and that whoever needs to hear whatever needs to be shared through us, through the wisdom that you've gifted us, please use us, speak through us, and may our voices, may this video reach the people that need it the most. You know our intentions, cleanse our hearts, purify whatever feelings that are coming up, so we can convey whatever messages you would like to use through us, protect us through this process, and just guide us.
So that's why people question what India Love, Brittany Renner, and whatever other young person who goes through any sort of change like this, if there is real validity behind it, if they actually have changed, if there's some sincerity behind it. Because what I do think is a little bit nasty, if I do have to be critical about somebody like a Brittany Renner, is that at some point we start playing with like religion. At some part we start playing with things that people take like crazy seriously. And I don't know if it's okay to have like the hijab through the crack of your booty. That just don't make sense to me.
Yeah, that's kind of critical. I feel like people that are religious play with religion all the time.
I judge them too.
And okay, cool. But just in general, using other people, like a Brittany Renner or a Drea Michelle or whoever.
You keep throwing Drea under the bus.
No, because again, I don't know too much about Drea. The pieces that I do know, yeah, you're a problem. You're a problem. Again, I know bits and pieces about Brittany, and I really only know about her because of her partnership with Tiana Trump at some point.
You kind of gooned out too, but okay. Indiana's finest. You kind of gooned out.
No, it was really a big thing.
Yeah, and nothing came out of it, but you're mad gooned out.
Okay. To judge anybody else based off of a Brittany or a Drea, that doesn't make sense. Everybody, I promise, has their own individual journeys. And yet again, only women, and let me not say only women, only marginalized people receive this kind of criticism. Well, so-and-so did this, so you're probably going to do that too. Let it rest. That's unoriginal. Be creative, at least, with your criticism.
I mean, one of the biggest issues is that, like, the internet has a problem with people changing. We criticize, like, people for having arrested development, the people on the internet, the characters on the internet. But the truth is that we as people, like, have arrested development. We get a snapshot of somebody, and we never want to let go of that image that they are. Whether it be somebody silly, whether it be somebody flirtatious, whether it be somebody aggressive, whether it be somebody always happy, we have a hard time seeing them in like different lights, full stop. And I don't know what's going on India Love, for real. I'm not Omar Love. But but what I do know is even if she did change, even if she did the work, even if she flipped her whole persona upside down and started wearing a full-on burlap sack, there's gonna be people on the internet that are saying like, no, we seen when you was in the park with a man's finger down your pants, or we seen when you started the OnlyFans page, or we seen when all these other things happen, and they won't let it go.
Which, let me say this, is valid with conditions. And I do think India Love's situation is one of those conditions. I'm definitely team. I remember when you did this 3 years ago, and you said listen, because people love to forget and rewrite some history. I'm gonna bring it up with receipts every time. The issue here is she was a child, period. And She was a victim.
Even if we take it off of an India Love situation, when do you think that you are willing to accept somebody on the internet changing? Let's say that somebody on the internet started their walk in like the manosphere or the red pill community. And then they've, did their 2-3 years there, and they've done the next 5 years of distancing themselves from that whole community. How do you know when they've like fully reinvented themselves where you can accept it to the point where you're like, that's not the first thing that comes up in your mind?
Never.
Whoa. I was going to say just by actions. I do think actions can cleanse maybe ignorant ways that you might have or ignorant thoughts, depending on how you were. Like if you just was, hey, I'm a red pillar or however you put it, and your action was deemed kind of, but you didn't put down people. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I might can kind of look at you a little.
I have to know what you're doing now, and I'll also have to
look back at what you did.
I would have to, like, I already know what you was doing back.
I'm saying, is it weighed by how extreme it was, or just they were apart or something?
Both. I feel like both. But more so how extreme it was. And I do feel like a lot of people, maybe it's just like, okay, I'm getting tired of this. It's kind of getting a little played out. But let me move on to something else. But I feel like if you don't truly like cleanse your heart of that and your thoughts, and you like, okay, this is no longer me, and you like confess that this is no longer me, I don't feel like I would ever forget that you did that, and it will still be stained in my mind that you like you were on this, especially
so
if it's
really,
like
really truly you, or were you doing that?
You know what I'm saying? So now I don't know. Now I don't know. Were those your true thoughts, or that was just a way for you to get $1?
Because right now we are in a space where a lot of content creators are starting to go certain ways because they have ran out of certain content in one way, and they're trying to boost their numbers and go. I pointed it out to see a lot. I can name 10 people right now that I'm like, hey, that was not their content at first. That is not their true thought process, but they have leaned into a certain demographic for monetary gain.
And so now I'm questioning, is that what you're doing now?
Yeah, true.
I don't know. I don't know. So I can't really trust anything that you do. So it's just going to always be like,
I feel you.
If you started your walk in the manosphere, in the hate spaces and the hate pages, trust, for me, that's where you always gonna be, period. And I hope things change. I hope you turn over a new leaf and do all the things. Never will I not have that in the back of my mind. Now, if you start off saying sugar belongs in spaghetti and then your taste buds change, okay, great, high five, I believe you. But like on some...
A little sugar,
just to cut the acidity.
Not a lot.
But
little sugar.
Little sugar.
Real stuff on some harmful things. I'll never forget it.
I do also want to know, all right, so if they do something publicly, but they decide to do the work to change privately, is that, that's a negative too.
That's a negative for me too. Okay.
I do also want to know, all right, so if they do something publicly, but they decide to do the work to change privately, is that,
hell no.
That's a negative for me.
If you do it publicly,
I need
change it publicly as well.
Like, you were bold enough to do all of this, in public. I need the new you to be just as loud.
Cause that's why,
you know what I'm saying?
Like even with me, I'm not afraid to admit it. Half of people want us to react to certain things and certain people. I just don't fuck with them. Yeah. I'm not afraid to say I don't fuck with people, bro.
Yeah.
I'm human. They are human. We might have did some of their content previously before, what the fuck ever. But once you show me who you truly are, once I figure out who you are as an individual, I don't give a fuck about your content, your character.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King said we should judge people not by their color, but by their character. I 100% judge people by their character. I don't rock with a lot of people simply because of their true character.
And I want to say this as well. But I feel like both. You need to be doing the work off of, out of the public.
Ooh, yeah.
But you also need to be doing it in the public, because that hate that you spewed or whatever it was, that negative, that was just as loud in public. So I need for you to make sure that you're doing the work in private. And
that's what I was about to say. Because some people do the work
publicly, but it don't be for real.
It don't be for real, and privately they are the person that we always have
right.
seen.
So I need for you to do both. Yes. I need for you to be doing both.
Yes.
And yeah.
Yes, when you said that, I was like, yes.
That's a negative too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, 2 thumbs down. You thought you had it. Absolutely not.
Ultimately, I think that these people are going to change as time goes. People do forget, although it may not be India Love specifically today, but at one point in time, most of these people start on the internet young. Wholeheartedly, most of these people start on the internet young and just trying to figure it out. People got to remember that the time that India Love or Brittany Renner or whoever else, a lot of these content creators started on the internet, there wasn't like monetization in this. It was the ability to get clicks, likes, and views, and then also a passion project. And so now that like money has trickled in, it's gotten a little bit more nasty based off of that, and they kind of want to distance themselves. People can change. We'll go from 16 to 32, and whoa, breaking news, hot take, they're a new person.
Whoa.
Most people don't know that.
Which, again, one would hope. Even.
Yeah, one would hope that you're the same person. I'm gonna be honest with you. Again, no, it's not her fault. I'm happier seeing India Love on this track than seeing 32-year-old India Love in the park with another man. I don't know. I'm happier seeing Brittany Renner try to not have her booty cheeks, front facing at the age of 45.
You're hoe shaming.
As opposed to, but I'll say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm happy to see Cox and that read. I don't know. I'm happy to see people who do stuff in their early 20s.
There is a literacy crisis.
Not do the same thing. That shouldn't really be a scorching hot take. There really shouldn't be a hot take that I'm like happy to see people grow. And I'm okay with the internet documenting it, simply due to the fact that like people feel like you can't change. Like in real life, people feel like people's real life can't change until they see these things. I'm okay with some representation. I'm okay with some documentation. That's okay with me.
I agree. Also, if you're 45 years old and you like to have your booty cheeks out, that's okay.
You still want to see that Britney and Tiana Trump tape. That's all nah.
But I will, just for me, if you have something else to say, you can. But just for me, I will say, if someone is truly trying to change, I do feel like we should give people grace to change and to turn over a new leaf and to become something other than what they were. We can't control if people going to hold that over your head forever. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Or people don't forget things. But as long as you know in your heart that you are trying to turn away from who you used to be, then we have to allow people to figure that out, change, and become better versions of themselves.
I agree. But the only thing, I think a lot of people still gonna hold you accountable. If we see you on one stream, you praying and talk about Bible verses, then the next stream you in a thong and bikini shaking butt.
Yeah, most definitely.
And it ain't gotta be thong and bikini, but just turn around shaking your booty for content purposes. Yeah. Don't get mad because people.
I definitely agree with that. And when I made my statement, I'm speaking in general for anyone who may need it. But I will say, and that's why I said what I said earlier, that I can't take a lot of people serious because we get on here, we talk about one thing, y'all play with religion, and then y'all be doing
certain religions.
Thank you, baby. Certain religions y'all play with, and it really rubs me the wrong way. It bothers me. But and then y'all turn around, and then y'all, like you said, y'all be shaking booty and doing this and all in this dude face or trying to hop on this, So I just be like, but hey, whatever. Show life, live it, I guess.
But y'all spam us up, man. Let us know y'all thoughts down below for us. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
Kid and C.
We are.
Go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar.